This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight. The Milwaukee Bucks and Oklahoma City Thunder make it first to the Emirates NBA Cup semifinals in Las Vegas. Kevin Quiambao takes it all today. The MVP award, the cash, and the series extension of the UAAP Season 87 Men's Basketball Finals. Caitlin Clark's impact on women's basketball gets recognized by Time Magazine. All that and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 11th of December. Now here's our roundup. In the NBA, after at least 12 lead changes and 6 ties, one wonders how it is possible that the pregame win probability favored the Milwaukee Bucks at 82% over the Orlando Magic. The game was so close, you just know that there will be more treats to come after Magic's Jalen Suggs buried a triple from 28 feet out to tie the scores at 100, 3 minutes left. But after 2 more ties, the last at 106 on a Damian Lillard three-pointer at 55 seconds, Dame drove in to take the lead for the Bucks 108-107. 33.5 seconds left. Suggs tried and missed from the arc in return play. But all the Magic could do after that was foul and hope to get possession. But there just wasn't any stopping Lillard and the Bucks from booking that ticket to the NBA Cup semifinals. Giannis Antetokounmpo led the Bucks with an impressive 37 points, while Lillard added 28 points, including crucial free throws in the final seconds. Jalen Suggs shone for the Magic with 32 points, but missed a potential game-tying three-pointer in the last moments. Bobby Portis Jr. and Goga Bitadze both had great double-double games as well. Now, in the other NBA quarterfinal game, the Oklahoma City Thunder totally dominated the Dallas Mavericks. To say that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander ran berserk is just wrong, because what he had was a controlled explosion. 16 points in the first quarter and 16 points again in the third quarter, where the Thunder choked the Mavericks on their way to a 118-104 end. Key to Oklahoma City's victory was the Thunder's physical defense, as they held offense beasts Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving to just 16 and 17 points respectively. True, Irving led Dallas's 10-0 run in the fourth to trim their deficit in half. But the deficit was 20 at 97-77, and the rally ended only a minute 30 later with Irving's three-point jump shot off a Spencer Dinwiddie assist. SGA finished with an impressive 39 points, while Jalen Williams added 18 points of his own. Isaiah Hartenstein contributed a 10-point, 13-rebound double-double. And yes, Western Conference leading Oklahoma is now 2.5 games ahead of its nearest pursuer, the Memphis Grizzlies. The Milwaukee Bucks and Oklahoma City Thunder are now headed to Las Vegas to await their conference rivals in the Emirates NBA Cup semifinals. They will face tomorrow's winners in the New York Knicks versus Atlanta Hawks and Houston Rockets versus Golden State Warriors. Wildcards Orlando Magic and Dallas Mavericks are now headed home to prepare for their next games next week, with each player on those teams taking home $51,497 US, or roughly 3 million pesos each. Not a bad consolation prize. Now, De La Salle King archer Kevin Quiambao has earned back-to-back UAAP MVP titles in today's awarding ceremony at the Mo Arena. His outstanding performance this season 87, with averages of 16.6 points, 8.6 rebounds, 4.1 assists, and 1 block per game, brought him to that pantheon of elite athletes with consecutive MVP awards. Quiambao's accolades include sponsor recognitions that earned him 190,000 pesos cash. Joining him in the mythical team is LaSalle teammate Mike Phillips, who impressed with 12 points and 11.6 rebounds per game. UP Fighting Maroons point guard JD Cagulangan, UST Growling Tigers combo forward Nick Cabanero, and FEU Tamarao's Mohamed Konate, who was also named Rebounder of the Season. Far Eastern University's VJ Pre received the Rookie of the Year award. Meanwhile, coming into the Game 2 of the men's best-of-3 finals, UP was 0 of 4 all-time in Game 2s in the Final Four era, while LaSalle won the championship in 3 of the 8 times that they lost Game number 1. Two-time MVP was silenced in the second half of Game number 1, but Kevin Quiambao took over in the clutch in front of a crowd of 17,112 in Game 2. With 2 minutes and 58 seconds left in the game and UP ahead 73-66, Rylan Torres committed a clear path on CJ Austria and got ejected. Now from there, a Phillips hook and back-to-back KQ threes gave the lead to LaSalle 74-73 with a minute and 13 seconds left. Quinton, Meliora, Brown, and Phillips traded baskets within seconds for the final score as turnovers and failed free throws ensured that there will be a Game 3 on Sunday. Now, Ateneo's Casey De La Rosa received her second consecutive Most Valuable Player award in the UAAP Women's Basketball Tournament this afternoon at the Moa Arena to become the league's 5th women's basketball player in the league to achieve back-to-back MVP honors. While these ladies are doing their share to bring more attention to women in basketball, it is undeniable that no one has transformed women's basketball quite like 22-year-old Caitlin Clark. In 2024 alone, the two-time College National Player of the Year and WNBA Rookie of the Year broke the U.S. NCAA Division I women's basketball scoring record last February and surpassed Pete Maravich as the top scorer overall, a record set 54 years ago. Her college championship game became the second most watched women's sports event in U.S. history. Nike locked her into a $28 million endorsement deal, and she treated her Iowa teammates to a yacht outing to celebrate. Now, weeks later, Clark's presence boosted WNBA viewership and attendance record levels, with the Indiana Fever setting a single-game attendance record of 20,711 people in attendance. Now, despite controversies over her race, uncalled hard fouls, and Olympic team exclusion, Clark united communities and made women's sports more mainstream. She set and broke so many WNBA records on her rookie year that it would require a full feature just to name them all. After the Fever were swept by the Connecticut Sun in the playoffs, she had a chance to enjoy golf and was deemed good enough to turn pro. That's when Caitlin Clark showed up for some off-season shooting with a clip of her converting 93 three-pointers in 6 minutes going viral. It was a reminder of her true love and one where she set several WNBA records. Her determination and skill and excellence, and most importantly, her impact on women's basketball and women's sports in general, are what got Time editors and contributors to name her the prestigious magazine's Athlete of the Year. Now for our daily dose of sports lingo. When the ball hits nothing but net, that's pure swish. A clean and perfect shot that does not hit either rim or backboard. It's time now for our off-court buzzer. Legendary actor Steve McQueen portrayed a top race car driver in the Golden Globe-nominated classic film Le Mans. He played Michael Delaney, who drove a Porsche 917 and wore a Tag Heuer Monaco watch. That exact watch just got sold this morning at Sotheby's during their important watches auction in New York. The Tag Heuer Monaco Calibre 11 Steve McQueen model is normally priced around $4,867, but the one that King of Cool actually wore in 1971, it fetched an astonishing $1.44 million. And that's not just inflation, that's history. And that's our roundup for tonight, the 11th of December. When we return, we'll talk about how love bloomed on the hard court for Jordan Bartlett and Jennifer Nierva. So watch out for that when we return right here on The Scorecard.
Merry Christmas!
Ngayong Pasko, may regalo ang Arena Plus para sa iyo.
Get a welcome bonus of 3,188 pesos with us para tuloy ang saya sa bawat laro ngayong Pasko. Arena Plus ang bahala sa saya ng buong barkada. Manood ng NBA sa Arena Plus and score up to 10,000 pesos daily bonus plus a chance to win multiple bonuses.
Maligayang Arena Plus ko!
Magandang gabi, ako po si Pinky Webb. At ako naman si Corina Sanchez Rojas. Simulan na natin ang agenda. Posibleng paglabag sa international humanitarian law ng dating Pangulong Duterte, sinisilip na ng DOJ. Super Typhoon Pepito nag-iwan ng matinding pinsala sa ilang mga lalawigan. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin muling bumisita sa Pilipinas. Sa bawat issue, may anggulo at ang balita may agenda.
Hello, good morning. I'm Paul Del Rosario and welcome to Weather HQ. Today's headlines. Alert level 1 prevails over Taal volcano. In the last 24 hours, 2 volcanic tremors were also recorded. A group passionate with trees is pushing for reforestation and ecological integrity in eastern Visayas.
Anchored talaga in ecology, the need for us to reconnect with nature.
The country hosts this week's 4th meeting of the Board of Fund for Responding to Loss and Damage. Whatever the weather, here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Good morning, I'm Mike Yorata, and you're watching Basis Points, where we dive deep into the numbers and the stories that drive our economy and shape our world.
Stay ahead of the curve with the latest on financial dynamics.
Government officials are praising the recent move by the S&P Global. The Philippine stock market continues to plummet. The Philippine Economic Zone Authority is on track.
Join us as we delve into the evolving economic landscape. Mike Yorata, Basis Points. 9:30 a.m. only on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Magandang araw, Pilipinas! Sa bawat issue may iba't ibang anggulo. Sa bawat storya may iba't ibang kwento.
Himayin natin ang bawat sulok at bawat kanto mula sa iba't ibang perspektibo na madaling maintindihan ng karaniwang mamamayan.
Every Saturday na mga magdanda to 11:30 a.m. Kaya huwag kayong papahuli, mga kababayan. Manatiling may pakialam sa mga issue sa ating bansa. Kaya samahan niyo kami dito lang sa Cuatro Cantos!
Two reasons why. I think the first one is I come from a rice farming background in Ilocos Norte. I have relatives that does rice farming and really saw the complexities that they saw every single day. And second is really my immersion in Singapore. Earlier this year, I went to Singapore and I interned for a startup that helped shrimp farmers manage the risks of disease testing in Vietnam. So having to understand that risks is the biggest, most vulnerable factors that affect farming, I tried to apply that in the Philippines, and AgriConnect came to be.
At BNC, 12 noon doesn't mean break. But
Good afternoon, I'm Mai Rodriguez. Today on Newsfeed at noon, staunch Duterte ally Salvador Panelo believes Vice President Sara Duterte will be impeached. United Nations hailing the ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon's Hezbollah. Australia officially banning children under 16 from social media. And those are the news this hour. Keep it here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Good morning, everyone!
Wait for the
join Paulo Del Rosario
Cannot wait to celebrate Christmas with all of you.
and Asis Carrillo
Choose joy, spread kindness, and pack your own sunshine.
and Monique Tuzon.
We hope you all have a great day ahead. Let's get the high energy started to make this hump day unforgettable. Only here on It's a Beautiful Day!
Beauty, health, adventure. This is for you. Join Marie Lozano, where she uncovers the untold stories and unexpected surprises in the world of lifestyle.
We wanted to create a space where we could dive into these topics not just by talking to experts, but experiencing the topics firsthand. Let me tell you about the Lifestyle Lab.
On BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel.
Hello and welcome to Follow the Money. I'm Rain Musngi. Join us as we explore the tools and insights you need to jumpstart your financial journey. The crypto market climbed over $800 billion. Tech giant Alibaba has announced plans to issue notes. Investors are anticipating a significant downward move for the cryptocurrency. Swift is adding a new chapter to her record-breaking year.
Follow the money, 10:30 a.m.
Keep it here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. Always on top.
So I have a very interesting question. What happens when love for basketball and volleyball meet? Well, we've got a winning love story. And here with us tonight, Battle of the Hoopers 3x3 champion Jordan Bartlett. And he said this himself, the love of his life, Cherry Tigo's very own volleyball star, Jennifer Nierva. Oh my God.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. Thanks, Anton.
You guys look so beautiful.
Thank you.
Welcome to BNC.
I love
Jen,
these
welcome.
graphics.
Yeah. How do you guys like it?
Grabe yung background music, ha? Ano ba to?
We're setting the tone. Okay. A couple of weeks ago, several weeks ago, Jordan, before traveling to compete, represent the Philippines, he was here on the show.
Yeah.
And
I
alam mo
was
ba?
watching.
Yeah. So nakita mo yung mga sinabi ni Jordan tungkol sa'yo.
Yeah, approved.
And everybody on social media saw it as well because it's the most viral sports video that we've had so far. The Bilyonaryo news channel, TikTok, more than 500,000 views. Jen, ano naman ang reaction mo sa sinabi ni Jordan tungkol sa'yo?
Talagang kinilig naman ako. It's very sweet. Tapos, the next day,
anyari?
nagulat ako yung GC namin, sabog-sabog na. Yung mga teammates ko, pinorward nila sa messenger. Tapos sata sila doon, nagkilig-kilig na silang lahat.
Okay, so we'll get back to the love story in a bit. But since this is Jen's first time, Jordan, I'll start with her.
Go.
Kamusta naman yung PVL season ngayon? You're 3-2 right
Yeah.
now. And congratulations recently in your win against PLDT. Player of the match, 17 digs, 16 receptions. How are things so far with you and your team?
Okay naman siya, but then malayo pa talaga kami sa goal namin. But I'm just very happy na, you know, we're learning every game. Hindi tumitigil yung team na mag-improve kasi it's gonna be a long journey. It's until April yung PVL this year. And actually, I stopped playing for Cherry kasi nasa national team ako.
Yes.
So I think ang tagal, 6 months ata akong hindi naglaro.
Ang tagal din, ha?
Yes. Last time na I played, I think, May pa.
With the team,
With
so syempre
Cherry.
it's a
So I was
process.
very excited talaga nung naglaro ako ulit sa Cherry.
Okay, in that game also, Savvy Davison scored 27 points and ikaw lahat yung sumasalo sa mga palo ni Savvy. Gaano kabigat ba yung mga palo
Oh
ni
my gosh.
Davison? She's one of the best spikers in the league.
She is. Last time ko sila nakalaban, ang dami kong bolang hindi nakuha from her. And sabi ko, kailangan kong galingan lalo. Kasi hindi pwedeng mangyari ulit yan eh. So I studied her, watched a lot of her spikes, a lot of their games. And luckily, nakuha ko yung mga palo niya ng game na yun.
Jordan, what does it feel when you see a spiker like that, Savvy, you know, throwing it down and Jen has to pick it up?
Oh my gosh, I'm just hoping it doesn't hit her face. But I'm learning so much about volleyball. I mean, she's been teaching me the dive and roll and so much.
The zones.
Yeah, all the zone. I just learned that there's zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and where they are. So I'm there trying to figure it out and I'm enjoying it more and more every time I watch.
Okay, I just want to test that. So, where is Jen at her best with regards to receiving? Which zone does she cover the most?
Let's see, this is 1. Okay, zone 1, syempre.
Really? Tama.
Yeah.
Okay, ang galing. Okay, eto, top 3, Jen. Top 3 spikers who are toughest to receive.
Oh my gosh. Number 1 would be Brooke
Van Sickle. Okay, that's number 1. Okay.
Second would be,
Savvy. Okay, third.
Third would be Ate MJ.
MJ Phillips.
No. MG.
MG.
Sorry.
Michelle Gumabao.
Gumabao.
Okay. Wow, so that's a tough list. All right, now let's move on to Mr. Bartlett here. Congratulations, another
you.
championship, 4-day tournament.
Thank you.
Tell us about your experience there. And may battle scar ka pa dito kung napapansin ninyo.
I tried to put my hair over. Actually, Jen was so lovely. She put the scar underneath my hair.
Yes.
But yeah, we had a 4-day tournament in
Yeah.
Ayala Malls, and some of my China teammates joined me. It was great. Played well, and championship game was a tough match, but we came out on top, and just happy to end the year with a bang. So, yeah.
And then there's another thing. We're seeing some of the pictures here. Jordan, there's another thing that you're taking care of.
Yeah.
It's very popular online, the hoop bus.
Yeah.
Could you tell us about the origin of this? And you're bringing it here in the Philippines soon.
Yeah, so my good friends Nick and Tobias in the States, they started it in New York City. There's 4 hoop buses around the U.S. right now in New York, California, other big cities. And it's a nonprofit, and we're gonna be I'm an official ambassador now here, helping them bring it over. We have a jeepney, so it's gonna be a hoop jeepney instead of a hoop bus. And we're gonna be taking it, starting around February, we're gonna launch it, and we're gonna be taking it all around the Philippines, even putting it on boats to go to Cebu, different islands. And our goal is to help impoverished communities. We wanna do court renovations. We already have over 500 brand new basketballs, 200 basketball rings to bring around, do events, do camps, and help some of the less fortunate kids and help some people be introduced to the game of basketball. So you can follow our journey at hoopjeep.ph on Instagram.
So Jen, sinasamahan mo ba si Jordan sa mga ganyan?
Ayun ako.
That's good defense.
Depensa mo pa.
She's got to give me some space to get
Kasi
my
hindi
shot
siya
off.
maka-shoot. Kailangan daw may kamay.
I shoot better with a hand in my face. Come on.
So, yun na yung role ko doon.
Okay, since you guys are here, balik tayo sa love. Okay, kasi napag-usapan natin yung sport. I heard the story already from Jordan. I want to hear it from Jen. Paano ba
Baka iba yung
nagsimula?
kwento
Oo
ko,
nga,
no?
I want to see if the version is different. Jen, paano ba nagsimula itong love story ninyong dalawa ni Jordan? Kasi parehas kayo may NU connection. Nako, kinikilig na yung dalawa. Paano ba, Jen? In your words,
Okay, so hindi alam ng iba, but we dated way back 2017. Tama ba ako, Jordan? Naalala mo ba yun?
That was way back,
Yeah,
2017. Okay.
And then,
7 years.
7 years later,
Solid.
ayun.
Ayun.
Natuloy na. Natuloy na. Kasi kulit siya ng kulit. Message siya ng message sa akin. Kasi sabi niya nga, he was wondering, sabi niya, bakit hindi ko ba nakikita si Jen? O ako naka-target, no? Bakit di niya daw ako nakikita? Sabi ko, and then, nung last year, yung friend ko na volleyball player from Lasal, doon kami nag-meet.
Shout out to Dalit.
Dalit.
Okay, okay.
And then, ayun, after that, he would message me, invite me to dinner, but then ayoko nakikipag-date.
Bakit?
I don't want people to assume na may kadate ako, ganyan.
Okay.
Kasi I just want a
She's
private...
saying I had to work for it, and I worked for it.
Okay.
Yeah, and then sabi ko, pumunta ng Caldi kasi I have a coffee shop. And then it's a group setting, ando yung mga friends ko.
Okay,
Nagulat siya,
okay.
akala niya ako
It's
lumag-isa.
the warm-up lang.
Yeah, and then, kasi sabi niya, haalis na ako, punta na ako ng US.
O ba?
Baka naman pwede kita makita.
May ganun pa. Okay.
Tapos sabi ko, sige na nga, kita na tayo.
Yung pala yun. So natakot ka kasi aalis na.
Oo, sabi ko, sige
Aba,
na, bigyan natin
yung
ng
pala
try.
yun, ha? Pero eto, Jordan, paano mo nakuha yung kiliti ni Jen? Ano ba? What's the secret to Jen's heart?
You just have to keep showing up. I mean, any volleyball player, they used to a lot of attention, but being genuine and showing you're there to support her and her friends, whatever she does. I was just there. Our relationship started over FaceTime, so we were just talking on the phone all the time. And yeah, we have chemistry because we were friends in NU. We dated a little bit. But then I transferred to LaSalle.
Kaya pala na medyo naputol from the 2017 start.
Yeah.
He was so focused on basketball.
And you understand that
And
because
yes.
you're an athlete as well. Okay, so Jordan mentioned chemistry. Let's see how good this chemistry is. I got some questions here to end our interview. Number 1, who is the tougher athlete sa inyong dalawa?
Tougher?
Tougher athlete.
I get hit more.
yeah, physically sa kanya talaga. Parang
Okay.
pag nanonood ako, gusto ko na pikit. Nakakatakot yung basketball.
Ganun ka pala,
Pag nasisiko,
nag-worry ka kay Jordan.
Yes, of course.
Okay, okay. Eto, who's sweeter off the court? Agree? Eto, who says
Your answer.
sorry
This one.
first?
Me. It's always my fault. That's why.
Totoo, lagi siya may
She's never
atraso.
wrong. She's
Okay.
perfect. She's never wrong. Right?
I would say sorry kapag mali ko naman. Pero mag-sorry din siya ulit.
Eto, interesting to. Who said, I love you first?
And she said it back right away though. So that's about even.
No, you said it first.
Tell her what
No,
you told me, or is that private?
No, you said it first.
No, and then she was like, "Oh, I've been wanting to say it too."
Paano niya sinabi?
Siguro kasi may time na nagtampo ako sa kanya.
Okay.
Tapos hindi siya nakatulog.
Aba?
Doon niya sinabi yun.
Doon niya na-realize.
Hindi niya sinabi yun. Ano ka lang yun?
You make it stuff up.
Na-assume ko lang.
This is her dream story though.
Hindi siya nakatulog, tapos sabi niya, kailangan ko na sabihin kay Jen na kung gaano siya ka-importante sa buhay ko.
Tama.
Sinabi niya. Sabi niya yun. Tama ko.
Okay, quickly for both of you guys, name 3 things that you love about each other the most.
How passionate he is sa basketball. And yung vision niya sa puso, yung to help the community, yung mga bata, aspiring basketball players. And then, yung love niya sa family niya.
Yeah. I love how selfless she is. She puts everyone before her. Like, she looks out for her family, sometimes even before herself, her teammates, her friends. I love her eyes. They're so big and beautiful. And I love how hardworking she is. She's one of the few people that I could say works harder than me, just as hard as me. Both being athletes, it definitely translates to our love life, and we're willing to work hard for each other, so we're a great match.
Ako lang ba? Parang magkamukha na sila, no? Jordan mentioned the eyes. Like, there's some similarities now with the eyes. The roundness and the brownness.
Ooh, roundness and brownness.
Yeah, they're both brown eh.
Pero
Diba? And we're both
tingnan mo yung
round.
pilik mata niya, parang pambabae. Dapat ganun din yung akin.
Okay, lastly, since malapit na ang Pasko,
Okay.
at sana lahat ng mga nanonood yung Pasko niyo kasing init ng pagmamahal nitong dalawang to. What's the best gift that you guys received from one another?
Siguro yung genuine love niya for me. I can feel it every day. And lagi niya ako tinatanong, ano pa pwede kong gawin to parang improve pa para mas maiparamdam ko pa sa yung pagmamahal ko. Hoy, sobrang sweet naman na to.
Yeah.
Tama na. Ikaw na.
She always gives me her time. Like, our big love language is quality time, and no matter how busy she is with games or whatever physical or emotional stress she's going through, she always makes sure to make me feel loved, and we communicate that to each other, and she's always there for me in so many ways. So I'm just grateful she always makes sure I know that she's in my corner.
Wow. I mean, well said from both of you guys. I love how from time to time our show, The Scorecard, evolves into something like this, something so sweet, something so full of love. And that's what we feel mula dito kay Jennifer Nierva and kay Jordan Bartlett. Guys, I'm so happy for y'all.
Thank you so
and all the
much.
best in love and in your career as well. And advance Merry Christmas to you guys. Happy holidays.
Thank you, Anton.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. When the Scorecard returns, we'll check out the Emirates NBA Cup quarterfinals tomorrow. So be sure to keep your eyes on the prize.
Loves na loves sa linamnam.
Maximum Direk, tingnan mo na si ate. Kasi sa ₱1 lang, makakalaro ka na sa Bingo Plus.
May mga premyong pwede mapanalunan. Maglaro sa Bingo Plus app para tuloy-tuloy ang premyo at saya.
Malay mo, mapanulunan mo pa ang jackpot prize sa first online live streaming bingo sa Pinas. Pag panalo sa bingo,
Plus sa saya!
Definitely, competition will be much stiffer because while we have the 6, you have Maya Bank, we have Uno Digital Bank, Uno Bank, Go Time, Overseas Filipino Bank, and of course Maya. But of course, GCash is not a licensed digital bank player, and having to have another 4 of them by starting next year will definitely, make the competition more exciting. But it boils down to one thing. It now gives the consumers, the Filipinos, more options. And I think the bottom line here is really on how to further promote inclusive digital finance.
your newest source of news and information.
That's it?
Follows you everywhere, every day.
Wow.
Oh, man.
On cable and free TV. Online.
He joins us from the Batangan Comercial.
On mobile.
Simulan na natin ang agenda. No privacy.
This is BNC, and we are everywhere.
Welcome back to the Scorecard. It's time to keep your eyes on the prize. We'll break down the upcoming matchups to deliver key insights that might just give you the edge you need to stay ahead of the game. At 8 a.m. Philippine time live at Madison Square Garden in New York City, the Atlanta Hawks will take on the New York Knicks in NBA Cup quarterfinals action. The Atlanta Hawks come into this game with a 13-12 record, sitting 7th in the Eastern Conference. They're looking to build on a 3-game road winning streak despite coming off a tough loss to the Denver Nuggets, 141-111. In that game, DeAndre Hunter led the way with 20 points before leaving midway through the third quarter after a hard foul. Trademark Atlanta is their dominance on the boards, with the team ranking 6th in rebounds per game, led by Jalen Johnson's 9.9 average. On the other side, the New York Knicks enter this game with a 15-9 record, good for 4th in the Eastern Conference. New York is riding high after a 113-108 win over the Toronto Raptors, where Karl Anthony Towns returned from injury to post 24 points and 15 rebounds. Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson also contributed key numbers. The Knicks come in as favorites with a minus 7.0 point spread. And with the team averaging 117.8 points per game while outscoring opponents by an average of 6.8 points, add in their 12-6 record against Eastern Conference opponents, and the advantage appears solid. But Atlanta can't be counted out. The Hawks are scoring 118.5 points per game over their last 10 matchups and have the rebounding to disrupt New York's game plan. The over-under for this game is set at 237.5, a reflection of both teams' potential for high-octane scoring. Now, this matchup promises to be a fierce battle, with both teams aiming to take the next step in the NBA Cup. Will the Knicks defend their home court behind Towns and Brunson, or can Trae Young and the Hawks pull off a road upset and extend their winning streak? That's the question. And at 10:30 a.m. Philippine time live at Toyota Center in Houston, Texas, the Golden State Warriors take on the Houston Rockets. The Golden State Warriors enter this game with a record of 14-9, currently 5th in the Western Conference. They're looking to build off a 114-106 victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves. Stephen Curry led the way with 30 points and 8 assists, including a deep buzzer beater to end the third quarter. Buddy Hield also shined with 27 points and 7 three-pointers, and is just one away from becoming the 17th player in NBA history to hit 2,000 threes. On the other hand, the Houston Rockets come into this game with a 16-8 record, ranking 3rd in the Western Conference. They're fresh off a 117-106 win over the Los Angeles Clippers, led by Jalen Green's 31-point explosion and Amen Thompson's 22-point effort. Houston had 6 players in double figures, including a double-double from Jabari Smith Jr. with 13 points and 13 rebounds. The Houston Rockets are slightly favored in this matchup with a negative 2.5 point spread. With their dominant offensive rebounding led by Alperen Sengun and a solid defensive showing in recent game, the Rockets have the edge at home. However, the Warriors have one of the most lethal three-point shooting attacks in the league, making 15.2 triples per game. And Steph Curry is always a game changer. The over-under for this game is set at 221.5, indicating a balance of high-octane offenses and potent defenses. Can the Rockets hold firm behind Jalen Green and Sengun? Or will Steph Curry and the Warriors end their road woes and pull off an upset? This is a must-watch NBA Cup quarterfinal showdown. And that wraps up tonight's preview, so you can keep your eyes on the prize. Before we go, think on this. From Ethiopian athletics legend and two-time Olympic marathon champion Abibe Bikila, who lost the use of both legs after a car accident, he said, I accepted those victories as I accept this tragedy. I have to accept both circumstances as facts of life and live happily. And with that, thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you again here tomorrow on The Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. My name is Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody. Good night.